Okay guys, 5:30 in the morning. Going to pick up the new bass boat with my dad. It's got about a 2.5 hour drive. Oh, it's bad lighting. It's all bad lighting. Yeah. Anyways, gonna go pick up the new bass boat and pack a couple rods. Stop and do a little fishing on the way back home. But this is it. We're getting a boat.
Almost to the boat. What do you think?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know about like being videoed. What the heck?
We're going on YouTube, man. We're documenting our bass fishing journey. That is not very good so far because I don't catch a lot of bass. But we're like 15 minutes away. It's getting pretty exciting.
Alright, so we just picked up the boat. Just a quick little view of it. 1993 Bass Tracker. We're gonna do a full rundown of the boat when we get it back to the house, but there it is. So we're on our way home from picking up the boat, and I stopped at this little bass pond. I just pitched up under there. I actually caught like a little, I don't even know if it was a 1 pounder. It was tiny, but this doesn't really have a big selection of bass right here, but we're gonna see if we can catch another one out of there. Oh, horrible pitch. Redo that. You know how I could tell he was on is I could see my line jumping, and then when I picked it up I felt him.
Oh really?
And I set the hook on him. I'm actually gonna, oh, my plastic's all tore up. Let's see, ain't much life left in that thing. We got one. Oh, yep. Got another one. Nice. Oh. Is that a smallmouth? Oh, shit.
He dropped the fish on the ground.
I'm trying not to grab his spines.
Yeah, but you know I really can't hear you guys.
No, I
Oh, that was a good, better sized one. They're just sitting up in there. They're loving that bug. So we're catching them on. Strike King little river bug. Hell yeah. Anyways, nice little stop on the way back from buying the boat. We're gonna get headed home now. All right, so we got the boat back at the house, unhooked. Well, this isn't a final resting spot, but where it is for now. So it's a 93 Bass Tracker Pro 17. It's honestly in really good shape. Got a 40 horsepower Johnson 2-stroke. Fired it up for a second when we were checking it out. Runs really damn good, actually. Hopefully it stays that way out on the water. Trailer's in great shape. Brand new tires. Everything else seems to be in pretty good shape. Everything underneath the boat looked to be in good shape. It's got this Minn Kota trolling motor, and it is iLink compatible, but our Garmin over there is not, so we won't be able to use the spot lock or anything. But it is a 65 pound thrust trolling motor, so this thing is gonna hold that boat with no issues whatsoever. Might even move the boat just as fast as the outboard. I don't know, not really, but the inside of this has been redone. It looks pretty nice. I mean, obviously not everything's going to be perfect on it, but overall I really like the inside of this boat. It looks pretty well done. There's just like some of these edges are like meh, you know, but who really cares? Who really cares? It's a 1993. Factory radio is gone, but I'll probably do something about that. Probably get some sort of sound system set up in here. We got a little bit of storage there. Got one rod locker, but there's currently no rods in it. We're gonna get that cleaned out, throw those in there. Front and rear seats, spots right there and right there. And then we also got the bimini top. I'm gonna take this off, but I'm also gonna keep it when I take the wife and kid out with me. Throw that thing up for them, make them nice and shaded. Yeah, we got the live well. Decent little live well. I mean, probably not big enough for like a tournament or anything, but that's not in the cards for us right now anyways, so that's fine. The biggest thing I liked about this boat was a lot of these older boats, a lot of them are console steer, but a lot of them also aren't console steer. So the fact that it was console steer, had a bigger outboard, because I believe the factory outboard on this boat is a 25 horsepower Mercury. So the bigger outboard, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. So we got the 40 horse outboard, we got the console steer, the good condition trailer, which is a big part. Like, one thing I noticed when I'm looking at these older boats is a lot of them have really crappy trailers. So the fact that this trailer was in as good a shape as it is was a big plus. And then just the fact that the overall boat is in really good shape. I know he said, the guy I bought it from said, all the wood under here is new. The guy I bought it from did not put this in. This was already in, but he put new wood underneath it, 3/4 inch plywood, sealed it with some sort of primer deal to keep it water seal. All new EVA foam board underneath everything. Should float really good, should handle pretty decently. And one thing, I thought these boats were a complete flat bottom, but one thing I was glad to see is they do have a tiny bit of V-haul to them. Not a ton, but I think it's going to be nice to give the boat a little more stability, a little more ability to cut through the water, just sit a little bit better. One thing we'll have to do, we got to switch that, get all that for Idaho, get everything switched over, and then we should have the boat on the water here pretty soon. We got a decent little largemouth spot not too far from here. I want to go take it there first, especially because I'm new to boats. I want to take it on a pretty small, calm body of water. So I guess I'll flip these up real quick, but yeah, anyways, I want to take the boat on a pretty small, shallow, calm body of water to start with, because like I said, this is my first boat. I am new to boating, and I don't, if anything does go wrong, I want it to be in a somewhat controlled environment. But anyways, we'll hop up here. You can see got a decent little gauge package, nav lights, bilge pump, aerator for the live well, and then that is for the Garmin Striker that we got on here. I don't think it, he was showing me how it works, and honestly looks pretty nice. I don't know if we're going to use it to necessarily find fish, but we're definitely going to use it so we can see water contours, depth, temperature, all that good stuff. And we will be using it for a speedometer, because that is the one gauge on this boat that does not work, is the speedometer. So glad we have that. I don't know, man, I'm just happy to have this boat. I've been looking at boats for a really long time now, and just trying to find one that kind of checks all the boxes like this one does for the price. Kind of hard, but we got pretty lucky here. We picked this boat up for $5,800. I don't know, I think I got a good deal. I think this is I think we both came out pretty good, the seller and me. I think he sold it for a fair price. I think I picked it up for a fair price. No one really got screwed over there. But yeah, dude, I am just in love with this boat, and I can't wait to get it out on the water and hopefully not wreck it. But anyways, I think that'll be it for today's video. And it's actually my first video, so that'll be it for my first video on my own channel. I do have another channel called No Mountain. We do hunting, rifles, fishing, kind of everything. This one's gonna be my personal channel. It's gonna be mostly fishing, probably, because the hunting we do kind of as a group. But anyways, I'm gonna throw some B-roll in, and thanks for watching this video, guys.